Hi there, today we're going to talk about how to play Perpetual Motion, which is the 9th song in Suzuki Book 1. I'll play it for you once through and then we'll break it down. And that's it. So, the first thing I want you to notice in this piece is that every single note is the same length. Evenness is the most important part of this song. Every bow should be the same length and we're changing every single bow. We're not joining any of them together. We're not making it uneven. The second thing I want you to notice is that we're using the D string a lot more than we have in the past. So it's even more important to get your fingers over top of the fingerboard, over top of the D string when you're playing those strings to get your fingers there in time. This piece is usually better if you start out nice and slow and then gradually speed it up as you get better and more familiar with it. So even if it's feeling a little awkward at first, take it slow and it'll get better with time. I like to stick to the middle part of my bow. And you want to notice that every single note is relatively staccato and short, because they are eighth notes, which means even, short, and quick. So, if you're having trouble getting the notes even, start before you put fingers down and just do it on an open string. And then you might want to make an exercise out of just putting fingers down in random orders. Half of the notes in this song are repeated twice. So watch for that. There is a variation that we can do as well, and that is when we double every single note. Instead of doing a single note and then doubling these, we're doubling every single note. So 2 open D strings, 2 first finger on D strings, 4 second fingers. So I'll play the variation for you as well so you can have a listen. And I'll be playing it a little bit faster because now we have 16th notes. So it's going to be twice as fast as the 8th note. So feel free to slow it down if you need to. So make sure your elbow is up, make sure that you're using a lot of wrist, and not using your entire forearm when you're bowing, especially when you're doing the 16th notes. Most of the movement comes from bending your wrist, not from using your entire forearm, because that's going to slow you down and it's going to make it scratchy. We need those tiny muscles in our wrist and our hand to help us get that nice and smooth. So try not to use your entire forearm. It's going to be exhausting and it's not going to sound good. So work on, if you need to, just on an open string, using your fingers and your wrist to do tiny little bows. If you have any trouble with that, leave me a comment down below. I'm happy to break that down further and do a close-up of my hand. That about covers it for Perpetual Motion. I hope that works for you, and if you have any problems, questions, song suggestions, or anything else I could do that would make your life easier as a young violinist, let me know. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye for now.